Welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. After such a hot, dry summer, last weekend's cool front brought us some short-lived relief from the heat. It also brought some long-awaited rain to a large part of the state, although it was not equally distributed. With this front, it was mostly a north versus south distinction. Here is the 7-day rainfall map from Wednesday morning. Most of the northern half of the state, including the Panhandle, had 1 to 3 inches. Pryor in Mayes County almost reached 5 inches, but the southern half mostly ranged from 0 to less than an inch. The average distance between our Mesonet sites is about 18 miles. Within that distance, rainfall can vary dramatically. What if you don't live near a site but still want to get an estimate of how much rain fell? The colors on our rainfall maps come to us from our friends at the National Weather Service River Forecast Center in Tulsa. It is radar estimated rainfall calibrated by the Mesonet rain gauges. By zooming in on the maps, you can see that the colors form blocks or pixels that represent a 2.5 mile square. By then looking at the color legend on the left of the map, you can get a pretty good idea of rainfall in your location. Now here's Gary with a longer rainfall summary.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, the rainfall that we received over the last week was certainly welcome, but unfortunately for southern Oklahoma, they just simply didn't get enough. Let's get straight to that new drought monitor map and see where we're at. Well, some wonderful rains across that northern part of the state did alleviate the drought conditions up that way. Especially in northwest Oklahoma and parts of northeast Oklahoma where that D3 drought had started to take hold. In fact, in far western Oklahoma, we do have a small area of D0 there in southern Ellis County and northern Roger Mills County. That's not drought at all, so we've now alleviated drought in that part of the state just a little bit, and also in far east central Oklahoma where Sallisaw received that big rain. So we do have a little bit of the state out of drought completely. Still in danger going back to drought if we don't get more rainfall. But then we also see more of that extreme drought, the reds down across southern Oklahoma. So that area that missed all the rain, unfortunately, is ramping back up once again. We can see that rain on the 30-day rainfall accumulation map from the Mesonet across northern Oklahoma, a little bit down in southeast Oklahoma, a little bit dotted here and there across the southern half, but mostly across the northern half of the state. Now, if you go way up into northeast Oklahoma, the very, very far reaches, they also received less than an inch over the last 30 days. So we're simply going to have to keep our eye on this area all across that far northeastern and other parts of northern Oklahoma. But that southern part of the state, up into central Oklahoma, that's where we're really hurting at the moment. The areas that have received very little rainfall over the last 30 days, and in some cases, almost 60 days. It shows up all too well on the percent of normal rainfall map from the last 30 days. That southern half of the state, for the most part, in dire straits once again, and we also see that up in far northeast Oklahoma. All those reds and oranges, not good news for the agricultural community in those areas. Now, when the rains went away, so did that cooler weather. We're now on our new heat wave up to 3, 4, 5 days across the state, but look down in the southern parts of the state, they never received that relief. So the heat's been unabated in that area, going on for more than 35 days across southern Oklahoma with those high temperatures up in the 90s and 100s. So with the heat in full force once again, lack of rainfall forecast for the state, I'm afraid we're going to have more drought start to develop across the state and also intensify. So that's something we're definitely going to keep our eyes on. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.